What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it is appreciated, and I am very excited about today's video because I have been keeping it a secret.
Alright then, keep your secrets.
And I'm finally ready to share it with you guys. So as the video suggests, I do have a new motor for the 350Z to go ahead and swap in. I think I've had this motor now for maybe 8 months to a year. Just been kind of in the background, been kicking it around on whether or not to use it or what car to use it. I thought about putting it in the ZX. But as time went on, kind of thought about it more, I think the 350Z is going to be the best option for a couple different reasons. Now, before I show you guys the motor and talk about the motor, go ahead now and place your guesses on what this motor is going to be. Okay, so now the guessing's probably done, and there's probably a good chance that the motor you picked out of the four is not the correct one, because the motor that I am putting in is actually another VQ. Now, before you click off the video and like, why did I click on this? This is stupid. Why is he putting another VQ in his 350Z? Hold up. Because this isn't just any normal VQ that, you know, I'm swapping into my Z, because that would be pointless. Not necessarily pointless, but it wouldn't be so excited about it as I am with this motor swap. Now, 350Zs did come with 3 different types of VQ motors: the DE, the Rev Up, and the HR motors. And the HR motors are essentially what they ended up putting in the 370s. However, there is another VQ motor out there that never went into the Z platform, that never came to any platform here in the USA, that was only in a certain type of car that was sold in Japan, and that is the VQ that I have today. And this is that VQ. Now, if you have a keen eye, there might be something that is sticking out to you there. So this is actually a VQ30 DET, and this VQ, for those of you that don't know, came stock in a Nissan Gloria. Now, if you don't know what a Gloria is, here's a picture of a Nissan Gloria. So it is a 4-door sedan that, as of recently, more people have started modifying and bringing into the US. I know Alex from Fitment Industries built one. I think he still has it. And they're actually pretty nice cars. But what I love about them is they come with this VQ motor that comes with a stock turbo. And just so you have a rough idea of what it sounds like, here is a quick clip of somebody with a Nissan Gloria that is revving their car. So super stoked for that alone, but also there are a couple other things that makes this motor swap that I'm going to be doing that much better. So as far as I know, nobody else has done this swap, period. At least as far as it goes in 350Zs, 370s, anything like that. There has been a couple people, I think an S14 or an S15, that somebody had swapped it in that I found on YouTube. And maybe like one other car that I can't remember off the top of my head, but obviously this hasn't been done that often, which is going to come with its own challenges and stuff that I'm going to have to figure out, but I am hopeful. So I'm hoping, because it is a VQ, I won't have to create too many new motor mounts or anything like that. Hopefully it just kind of slides in and fits pretty well. On top of that, anybody that knows the Z platform or that owns a Z and has thought about turboing it, they don't really sell exhaust manifolds for the Z, so generally you have to go get them custom fabricated, which is a whole pain, and you got to spend like $1,000 just to get that one part done. What's nice is because this is already boosted, I don't have to worry about going and getting that custom fabricated because it already has it. On top of that, on one of the swaps that I had seen, they did use the stock 350Z transmission to work with it. I think they used an adapter plate, but the fact is the precedence is already there for the adapter plate to go from that motor and my transmission, so it should be relatively easy, which is part of the reason why we decided to put it in my 350 instead of the 280ZX, because we would have had to buy a whole new transmission for that and everything else. So it's easier just to put it in my Z and stuff like that, so it all kind of works out. Now, as far as how much horsepower I'm looking at, I'm not really too sure. When I first found the motor, or when I first was given the motor from my stepdad, I didn't know anything about it, did some research. Some of the stuff that I found said that they're good up to like 530 on stock internals. Not too sure how true that is or not. So we'll have to figure that out, as well as, you know, getting it tuned and ECU and getting it all to work. On top of that, I am not very mechanically inclined. I am more of a bodywork person, so this is going to be new territory for me, but it's something I am really excited to jump into and start doing for myself. What's also cool is I'm pretty sure this has a T3 housing or a T4, but I'm pretty sure it's a T3. And as you can tell, this turbo is nothing crazy, you know, just a stock turbo. But as a lot of you know, I have a Garrett turbo sitting at my house that I won from TJ Hunt that has just been waiting to be put in something. But because this VQ is already boosted and comes with the turbo, and I'm pretty sure the turbo size is roughly the same as far as the T3 house, I can hopefully just use the Garrett turbo with it and possibly pull more horsepower out of it. Now again, I am not very mechanically inclined, so please excuse me if I am sounding stupid when talking about some of this stuff. There is obviously a lot I'm going to have to figure out and tackle, but I will be sharing that with all of you guys, of course. And even though I don't know anything about this stuff, I have a good number of people around me that are more than willing to help me take apart the motor, get everything together, and figure out how this process works to get this motor into my car and get everything taken care of. So hopefully we can get into that soon. Luckily, I did just get a new job, so I can go ahead and hopefully start putting more money into this and actually get it done to have completed and have my car boosted finally. So with that being said, first off, again, I want to say thank you to my stepdad Ryan for giving me that motor in the first place. I had no idea that that motor even existed until he had given it to me. Then I did a bunch of research, and I'm really excited about this engine swap because, again, it's unique. There's a lot of good stuff that's going to hopefully come with it. A lot of hiccups and, you know, stuff that I'm going to have to overcome as well. But that's anything with cars, and I'm excited to finally get to the mechanical parts of working on cars. So sorry, I know I'm rambling a bit, but I'm just really excited about this. If you are new to the channel and just clicked on this video, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. We are slowly moving to 1,000 subscribers, and once we get to that point, then I can actually start, you know, putting more money into the channel and things like that. The more growth that I see on the channel, the more I can put into it and the more content you guys are getting. So, you know, I appreciate anybody that's subscribing, sharing the channel, liking, commenting, anything like that. And let me know down below what you guys think of this motor swap, whether you're excited for it, whether you're not, and what your initial guess was when I listed off the different motors. What did you think it was going to be? Did you guess correctly? Did you guess incorrectly? Were you surprised? What do you think of this altogether? Please let me know. I appreciate you guys' feedback. So hopefully we'll be back in a couple of weeks and we can actually start taking the motor apart and actually getting into it. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.